So hello dear students, how are you? I hope that your books are there with you and you are studying very well. And today's topic is direct and indirect speech. It is taken from standard 7th English textbook, unit number 5 and activity number 7. We have already completed all the activities from 1 to 10. This particular section in activity 7 was still remaining. So I have also made a special video on direct and indirect speech so that you can get the basic ideas and concept behind direct and indirect speech. So before we start, I would like you all to announce one more thing that you are getting homeworks regularly in each and every subject, and it becomes your duty to complete the homework and send it regularly on the numbers provided to you. Okay, so after that, let's continue our topic, direct and indirect speech. Let us see the definition of indirect speech. Indirect speech is also known as reported speech. This is the title given in the activity number 7, that is reported speech. It is also called as indirect narration or indirect discourse. We can say in grammar, when you report someone else's statement in your own words without any change in the meaning of the statement, it is called indirect speech. Quoting a person's word without using his own word and bringing about any change in the meaning of the statement is a reported speech. We'll also take some example, but before that, let me explain you what is the main difference between direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech is such statements which are written as same as the words spoken by the speaker, and in indirect speech the statement or the sentence is written in our own words but without changing the meaning of the words or the sentence which is spoken by the speaker. So this is the major difference between indirect speech and direct speech. In direct speech, we write the exact words which is being spoken by the speaker, and in indirect speech, we write the words in our own words but without changing the meaning. Let us take some example. Like in direct speech, if we write, she says, I am a little bit nervous, then how will you write the same statement without changing the meaning in indirect form? It will be written as, she says that she is a little bit nervous. Now you can see the difference. In the direct speech, after she says, you had a comma, but in the indirect speech, the comma disappears. Also, inverted commas are present in the direct speech, and you are not able to see any inverted commas in the indirect speech. So, in the first sentence, the reporter conveys the message of the girl using her actual word, that is, I am little bit nervous. Now, in the second sentence, the reporter is conveying the same messages, but it is in his own words without any change in the meaning. Thus, both direct and indirect speeches are two different ways of reporting a statement of person. In simple words, quoting a person using your own word is called a indirect speech. Now take the different grammatical aspects of both. What is reporting speech, what is reported speech, what is reporting verb, and what is reported verb. Now in the reporting speech, the first part of the direct speech is called the reporting speech. For example, here in the first part, direct speech, she says, is the reporting speech. And what is reported speech? The second part of the sentence, which is enclosed in inverted commas, it is also called as quotation mark, it is called as reported speech. So you can see here in the indirect speech, she says, no, I am little bit nervous. That particular part is known as the reported speech. Now what is a reporting verb? The verb of the reporting speech is called the reporting verb. In this sentence we have say as a reporting verb. Now what is reported verb? The verb of the reported speech is called the reported verb. Now whatever you find, I am a little bit nervous, whatever verb here, helping verb am is there, that will be the reported verb. So it is clear what is reporting speech, reported speech, reporting verb, and reported verb. It is very simple. In reporting speech is the first part of the statement, and reported speech is the second part of the direct speech. Now what happens when we change direct speech into a indirect speech? In the direct speech, reports or quotes the exact words which is spoken. But in indirect speech, it is also known as reported speech. We do not speak or write the same words as it is been spoken by the speaker. Second thing, its purpose is to report exactly what was said by someone by using quotation marks. All the statement which is exactly spoken by the speaker is written in the quotation mark in the direct speech. But in indirect speech, its purpose is to report what someone said in the past. It doesn't mean that we will write the exact word, we will write in our own word, but the meaning will be same. Now third part, it is accompanied by a reporting verb, single phrase or quotative frame. It is not signal phrase, it should be single phrase. Okay. Now in indirect, it uses reporting verbs such as say, tell, said, talk and speak. There are some more, but we will see in the when we will solve the examples. Fourth part, you will keep the verb tense the same in the quotation. Now in the quotation marks, whatever verb is present, the verb will remain same in the same tense. But in indirect speech, normally you will change the verb tense when using indirect speech. So when you are changing direct speech into indirect speech, we will also look for the tenses and you have to change according to the role. The rules are given in the next slides, so that you should learn how to change a direct speech into an indirect speech. So let us see the basic rules. Before proceeding ahead, it is mandatory to memorize these rules. So you should memorize all these rules which are given here, so that you will feel very easy when you are changing a direct speech into an indirect speech. The first is, the first person pronoun in reported speech are always changed according to the subject of the reporting speech. So whenever you are changing a direct speech into a reported speech, you should change the first person pronoun according to the subject. Okay. Now second person pronoun in reported speech are always changed according to the object of the reporting speech. So first person will be changed according to the subject, the second person will be changed according to the object, and third person in the reported speech are not changed. Okay dear students, so I think first person pronoun, second person pronoun and third person pronoun is clear. If you are having any doubts regarding the person pronouns, you can take the help in the grammar lectures. Okay, first person pronouns is I, second person is he or she or they, and third person is them, and some more examples are there. You can take the grammar book and you can find the regarding the personal pronouns. If you find some difficulty, we'll make a special video on the personal pronouns, first person pronoun, second person pronoun, third person pronoun. I think you all know what is first person pronoun, second person pronoun and third person pronoun. So just keep it in mind, the first person pronoun will be changed according to the subject, second person pronoun will be changed according to the object, and third person pronoun will be remaining same. Now how will you change the verb? You have to look the verb. If the reporting speech is in present tense or in the future tense, there will be no change in the reported speech. This verb could be in any tense, that is, it can be in present, past or future. Let us see the example. If it is in the present tense or future tense, no need to change. Like in the example, in the direct speech, he says, I am ill. So this is a present tense. In indirect, it will be not changed. It will be, he says that he is ill. Only you will remove the commas and the inverted commas, and in the place of comma you will put that. Putting that is compulsory. Most probably in the 99% sentences you will have to remove comma and add that. Only in 1% statements or sentences there becomes a possibility not to add that, but in 99% statements you will have to put that. So in the first sentence, he says comma, then in the inverted commas, I am ill. So if you are converting into indirect speech, you should write in the way, he says that, instead of writing comma and inverted comma, you have to put that he is ill. Now don't write I am ill, because you are talking about some second person. You have to write he is ill. Let's take one more example. The second sentence. In the direct speech, she says she sang a song. Now there is a girl who says that she sang a song. So if you are converting this particular statement in the indirect speech, she says will remain as it is uh, because it is in the present tense. She says she sang a song. Yes, it is in the present tense. Now she says will remain as it is. Just remove the commas and the inverted commas, put that, and remaining will be as it is, because the rule says when the reporting speech is in the present or in the future tense, there will be no change in the reporting verb. Okay, dear students, so it is clear. Now let's see some more example. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, then reported verb will be changed as per the following criteria. Now if the reporting verb is in the past, in the previous slide we saw if the reporting verb was in the present or future, there will be no change. But if it is in the past, it will be changed in this particular way. If it is in the present indefinite tense, it will be changed into past indefinite tense. Let's take an example. Direct speech, they said they take exercise every day. So this is in present indefinite tense. So it will be changed into they said that. So instead of writing comma in inverted commas, you have to put that. They take will be converted to past, it will become took. Exercise every day will remain as it is. So take, it is a verb and it will be changed to past indefinite tense. So take will become took. Okay. Now if it is in the present continuous tense, you have to change into past continuous tense. Okay, dear students, if it is in the present indefinite, it will become past indefinite. If it is in present continuous, you have to change into past continuous. Let's take an example. They said, comma, in the inverted commas, they are taking exercise every day. Now this particular sentence is in present continuous tense. So if you are converting this into indirect speech, first thing is you have to remove comma and the inverted commas, and in its place you have to write that. So it will be they said that, they not are, it will become they were, because we are changing into past continuous. So it will be they were taking exercise every day. So in this way you have to change present continuous into past continuous tense. If it is in the present perfect, you have to change into past perfect. Let's take an example. They said, comma, inverted comma, they have taken exercise. Now this sentence is in present perfect. How will you change into past perfect? It will be in the indirect form. You will change they said, instead of comma and inverted commas, you have to put that. Then they have taken will change into they had taken exercise, and no need to put any inverted commas. Don't forget to put full stop at the end. Let's take another thing. Present perfect continuous tense is changed into past perfect continuous tense. Like the example says, they said they have been taking exercise since morning. This particular statement is in present perfect continuous tense. Now change it. They said, instead of comma and inverted commas, put that. They have been be changed to they had been. They had been taking exercise since morning. So the sentence will be they said that they had been taking exercise since morning. Now past indefinite is changed into past perfect tense. Okay, don't forget that past indefinite is changed into past perfect tense, one step ahead. Okay, just every time you have to remember whatever is in present, convert it into past. If it is already given in the past, get one step ahead. Like past indefinite, it means simple past will be changed to past perfect. Okay, let's take an example. Direct speech says that they said, comma, with inverted commas, they took exercise. This is in the past indefinite. So how will you change? They said, instead of comma and inverted commas, put that. They took will be changed to had taken. It will be in the past perfect tense. They said that they had taken exercise. This is the way to change the sentence which is in the past indefinite, and it will be changed to past perfect tense. Now one more, past continuous tense, it will be changed to past perfect continuous tense. Okay, dear students, past continuous tense will be changed into past perfect continuous tense. This again, it has been repeated with the direct speech and indirect speech example. Go to the below part. We have to come here in that second part, so that we can see here. It is here. They said they were taking exercise. This is in the direct speech. In direct speech, they said that they had been taking exercise. So this is the way to convert past continuous tense. Now you can see here in the first one, it was written that they said they were taking exercise. This is in the past continuous tense. Now if you are changing into past perfect continuous tense, you will change they said that they had been taking exercise. So this is the way to change. And some exceptions are there. No changes are required to make or into past perfect and past perfect continuous tense. Whenever they are given into past perfect and past perfect continuous, it will be remaining as same as it was remaining in the present and future tenses. Let's take an example. They said they had taken exercise. It is already in the past. It is also in the perfect form, so it is in the past perfect form. So you have to change it like this. They said, instead of comma and inverted commas, you have to put that. That will be compulsory in every sentence. If you are converting a direct speech into an indirect form, compulsory you have to remove the comma and inverted commas and join the two statements, the two reported speech, with the word that. So they said that they had taken exercise. Let's take an example of future tense also, where we will not make any changes. It is an exception for shall and will are changed into would. Only shall and will are changed into would, nothing are changed in future tense. The direct speech says that they said they will take exercise. So this speech is in future tense. And in the indirect speech you will write they said. Now that will come in the place of comma and inverted commas. They will be changed to would. They would take exercise, because in the previous video lectures we have studied, and also in the classes also we have studied, that when you are changing a direct speech into an indirect speech, every time you have to change it into past. So shall and will be changed to would. So this thing you have to keep it in mind. This is a special case. Now remember, a present simple will be changed to past simple, present continuous will be changed to past continuous, past simple will be changed to past perfect, present perfect will be changed to past perfect, will future will be changed to would, and you have to use an bare infinitive. Can will be changed to could, have to will be changed to had to, and imperatives will be changed to infinitive. Infinitive means to plus be and its form, that is known as infinitives. You can check infinitives in your grammar sections. So dear students, this is the graph when you are changing a direct speech to an indirect speech, or into a narration, or into an reported speech. These are the rules you have to look into consideration and change the direct speech into indirect speech. Also there are some words which are to be taken into consideration, and you have to change according to the rule. Like if it is given this, it will be changed to that. Let's take this one into an example. The direct speech says he wants to buy this book. Now you have to change, he says that he wants to buy that book. Now you will find two that written here in the single sentence, but doesn't matter, because when you are removing the comma and the inverted commas, you will have to replace it with that. That is a single rule. Okay, after that it is also a rule that wherever you will find this in direct speech, you will convert into that in the indirect speech. So the indirect speech will be, he says that he wants to buy that book. Okay, also second thing, if it is in these, you have to convert into those. It will be as same as given in the first part. This will be changed to that, and these will be changed to those. And next is here, it will be changed to there. Let us take an example. In the direct speech, if it is written, she says, comma, everybody was here, then how will you change? First of all, you have to write she says, remove the comma and the inverted commas, replace it with that, and write everybody was there. Instead of here, you will have to write there. This is also a rule of changing a word into indirect speech. Now will be changed to then. They say it's 10 o'clock now. if the direct speech is based on now, you will have to change then. It will be changed. They say that it's 10 o'clock then. Okay. So indirect speech will be they say that it's 10 o'clock then. Now if in direct speech you will find a word sir, or also sometimes you will use madam. You may find these words whenever you are changing a direct speech into a indirect speech. If it is written sir or madam, replace these words with respectfully. Okay, like we'll take the example. They said sir, the time is over. So instead of writing sir, you can say respectfully. They said respectfully that the time was over. Okay, here that will be replaced after respectfully. Okay, you should not write they said that respectfully the time was over. It will be improper. First of all, you have to write respectfully, then replace the comma and the inverted commas, and after that the remaining part will be changed as according to the rule. Like here the time is over will be changed to the time was over, because the present tense will be converted into past tense. So in this way you have to change. See, for madam also it is given, instead of madam you have to write respectfully. They said madam the time is over, so you have to write they said respectfully that the time was over. Now today will be changed to that day. For example, she said I am going to London today. You have to write she said that she was going to London that day. Now here I am going is in the present continuous tense. You have to convert into past continuous tense, that she was going to London. Okay, it is continuous also and past also, so it is in the past continuous tense. She said, instead of comma and inverted commas you have to put that. Now I am will be changed to she was, because in the reported speech it is written she. So you have to write she was going to London. Instead of today you have to write that day. If you are writing today, that will be wrong. Yesterday will be written as previous day. She said I visited Oxford University yesterday. And while converting it into indirect speech, you have to write she said. Instead of comma and inverted commas you have to replace it with that. And I will, that is the first person, it will be changed according to the subject. She is the subject. I will be converted to she. She had visited. This is visited means it is in the simple past. You have to write into past perfect. So she had visited Oxford University. Instead of yesterday you have to write the previous day. Let's take tomorrow. If tomorrow is present in direct speech, instead of writing tomorrow you have to write the following day or next day in the indirect speech. Let's take an example. She said I am going to London tomorrow. So how will you change? Change it in this way. She said, instead of comma and inverted commas you have to replace that. I will be changed according to the first person, that is she. She, am will be becoming was, going will be remaining as it is. To London, tomorrow will be changed to the next day. So totally it will become she said that she was going to London the next day. Now if it is tonight you have to write that night. Like today will be was written as that day, tonight will be written as that night. You can see in the example, she said I am going to see him tonight. After following all the rules of removing the commas, inverted commas, replacing it with that, and the tenses, it will be she said that she was going to see him that night, and not she am going. It is improper. Am going will be converted to was going. So finally you have to write she said that she was going to see him that night. Also some special words are there. If it is good morning, good evening, good day, hi, hello, whatever is there, you have to change into greeted. Because don't write greets or greeted him or greeted her, just write greeted. Okay. She said good morning Sir David. So how will you write it in the indirect form? If it is good morning or good evening, good day, bye, whatever, not for bye, only for hi, hello, bye will be in a different form. Okay. So you change it, that she, instead of said good morning, replace that with greeted. Here no need to use that. I already told you in the first section that 99% sentences will remove comma and inverted commas and it will be replaced with that, but some sentences are there where that will be omitted. So here one of the example is such. Instead of writing that, we have to write she greeted Sir David. It means that whatever she did, she has greeted either good morning or in the good evening or good day, whatever it is, you have to understand based according to the time. But in the indirect speech, no need to mention morning or evening. Just we have to write greeted. So dear student, the rules above are mandatory for converting direct speech into indirect speech, hence they should be memorized thoroughly. The following examples cover all the aforementioned rules. So focus on every sentence to know how the above mentioned rules has been used. Here I have taken here some examples which are already been solved for you, and these sentences follow each and every rule of converting the direct speech into indirect speech. So let us take the example, and also if you are memorizing these rules and the words which are been changing here, you will be able to change the direct speech into an indirect speech. It will be very easy for you to convert the direct speeches into an indirect speech. So let us take the solved examples. In the direct speech, she says, I eat an apple every day. The first thing you have to see about the reporting speech and the reported speech, then after the reporting verb and reported verb. She says will be as it is, no need to say change the say. Says will be as it is, remove the comma and the inverted comma, put that. I eat an apple every day, it is in simple present indefinite, so it will be converted to past. She says that she eats an apple a day, so here that will be replaced by comma and the inverted commas, and you have to write she eats. Now I is a first person, so I will be changed to subject. She says is having subject she, so you have to write she. If some name is written, you have to write name. She says that she eats an apple every day. Instead of she, if it is there some name, you have to write that particular name, particular person's name. Says that, then again you can write she here, eats an apple a day. Second example, he will say my brother will help her. Now will say is in future tense, no change in future tense, we have already studied there. Only change will be removal of comma, inverted commas, and putting that into it. He will say that my brother will be converted to his brother, because my brother is the subject, it will be changed according to the first. My brother is the first person here, not first person, it is second person, it will be changed according to object. So my brother will be changed to his brother will help her. So finally you will write, he will say that his brother will help her. His brother is not first person, my brother will be first person, his brother will be changing to second person. So this thing also you have to keep it in mind. Next thing, we said we go for a walk every day. That is also a present indefinite tense. So we said, instead of writing inverted commas and comma, replace it with that. We will be having no change. Go will be changed to went, because the past form of go is went. We said that we went for a walk every day. One more example is there. She said I bought a book. Change it into indirect speech by writing she said that she had bought a book. Okay, bought is already in the past form, so you have to write into past perfect. You have to write had bought. Okay, bought is a verb. Every time verb will change and not the objects. Next example, they said we were celebrating Eid yesterday. Now it is based on time. So they said that we were celebrating will be converted that into they, not we were celebrating, they had been celebrating, because were celebrating is past continuous, so it will be converted into past perfect continuous. So they said that they had been celebrating Eid. Instead of writing yesterday, you have to write the previous day. So sentence will be, they said that they had been celebrating Eid the previous day. Next, direct speech says we said we had been waiting since morning. So indirect sentence will be written in this form, we said that we had been waiting since morning. Now you see that there is no change, because it is in past perfect continuous tense, so there is no change into past perfect continuous tense. Just you have to remove the comma and inverted commas and put that. We said that We had been waiting since morning. So these are the examples. It will be of a great help for you if you are converting a direct speech into an indirect speech. Also, your book has explanation and activity of reported speech in activity number 7 in unit number 5. Try to solve it by seeing this video, which will be very helpful for you. The last thing which I want to say you is to stay home during this pandemic time. Stay safe and do not stop learning. You have to keep learning. Still, if you are having any queries, any doubts, you can send your messages on the number which is flashing here. Okay, dear students, all the best and keep learning.